I guys in the cardinal.
I
think compete you. In fact, I think compete you da. Me ma wa fisher pa. Any crew nyina Peace FM obia I will fear management, production, stakeholders me ma obia fisher pa. Me sign the fisher pa sonkon edi ma obia a otie yen Ghana fo nyina wiase ha nyina obia me ma obia fisher pa. Enkan MPP 4 me ma obia efisha pa afiwe enye afia nyame eyi esi ho edi amaye nyina se butaye a ewe yakoma so nyina no nia ye papa no odi be mayen nia erade so gin se odi mayen ya emboa ye no na wapare yen. I think it is the year the Lord has made, and it is going to be a year of success and prosperity for Yenina as Ghana for MPP 4. My youth organizers and deputies, me chomunina, TESCON for executives, members, my regional youth organizers, deputies, constituency chairman, any of executives across the 276 constituencies, Michobia, regional executives, all the 16 regions. Michobia na pawi. My national chairman, Chairman Stephen Tim, General Secretary, lawyer Justin Kodia Frimpong, my boss Nana B, national organizer, my chairman na pawi. My chair Kate,
Kate Meyer,
Kate Benfua. Oba Tampa, my sister Penyini, the national women's organizer, Michiano, vice chairs, mi auntie Rita Sobayre, Masahudu, third vice chairman, Buga, chairman da Honi Mupa, and Booty, chairman Booty, so your deputies, directors, Obia, Michobia, Obia, Afishapa, me bompa say. Afiwe be afeson kopa amobia enkan ya MPP 4 but kese pa esi enim any breaking the 8 winning the next elections again come this December
enti sangofo awo mo din na mo
obia ho
amo Ghana planet earth so
planet F obia wa
2024
Nana Yakasi. Ghana.
Yes, salam.
Michia Ghana man penyini. Berma ba Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo. Wayebi. History will remember him. Nipa die ubeyebi. Ya be na.
History
I think say. The legacy Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo will leave behind. A legacy ebe mani dia che e Ghana bakosemu. Maybe now we will not appreciate Nia Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo aye. But emre enebe kaino. And Samre no Drua, his name will remain in the rightful places of our politics. Mesha Abedichire and the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Nia Edana Kumaso Nyame Famano. When he said Chichu Pa is to win the election and become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Nyame fan sa botayano sa asrediano nyame entieno asopam emano onhyasomano chief of staff abai penyifo nyina ministers and deputy CEOs, director generals obia and me board director generals ana meyi Samuel Wuku in China me de nchia sonko e de ama the couple the supremo the iconic boys abre mia minipa couple me channel and apawi me show bia and I think say yes here say media engagements apropos campaigns aye ba be ye afiwe yesre se bibia yebeye no yede asundwe ene be sie nim tima ahombrasie every say amanya sem ye no nipa ho adwuma koka wasem to asumpem a na timanfo na tie, and I'm sure say on the face of the record we pimping no maka bebre eba na adwuma de MPP ayebi pa ana ya metwantro me se wo kom mia
me na ubizame
we are a journalist wet your salt.
A
journalist wet your salt. Mia. And you see the development so sometimes I wonder a day any problem of communication yentimi emboya ejuma mu dewuro. But of course, I also understand. Say, at Rechem, ebe to yen, Emma, nyama eto sin kakra. But due to management, proper management, good management.
Now you should hear no start taking.
Meba. We enchia o.
There be no see from watch.
Enchia.
Due to
proper and good management, we have seen a return to the path of getting it right again. And I believe say can say inflation at form to about 23%. It just say we are on the right path, and it is testament to the ability of the new patriotic party to deliver. And I know that inshallah Ghana for Betty Asupem the expectations they have of us will be able to get things right and put the interest of the Ghanaian people first and work towards it. And on this note, I want to once more say a prosperous new year to yetiefo nyina ya hwefo nyina. In fact, Nanaya over this week Christmas festivities me to kakra me back to Ghana and I share obi Sheffield Airport. Say are you salam? Now me see yes. Oh me tell Peace FM so pa. Now I say that's right. That's the power of Peace FM. Charlie, we a champion. We are champion. We are
tough.
We are tough.
Salam ya that's no pay. Anyway, dinner boy nyina yeso mama fishapa. Why?
Omuti.
Jesu ye na enko ye ni. Mesi yeso mama fishapa.
Omuti. Omuti. O say anapa de obi atie Peace FM.
Okay. That's
right.
Something Kwame Nyameche. Any King Edward the Slave. Oh, hello, if I'm say. Men can't say one casan so no. More fishy a panini.
That's it.
One cas on more fishy a pan.
That's it.
Omo Kahuna Messe or Quam more fishy a pan. King Edward and a friend says something men can't just say, oh, qua. Also for more fishy a pass. I am more Mocahon.
You never go.
Yeah.
Mamicha Niteko Charles Niteko.
Yeah, mom Niteko.
Yeah, man, Trinkwa.
Nitrinkwa said.
Also, say, or church elder pa.
Presbyter. And yeah, Hokana maker, but Obreu. Obrepa.
No, but a big man.
And yeah, no pona maker.
Yeah. Oh, they be any the fancy change. Oh, say,
Tia the maker. Udim's also support House of Oak.
Aye.
Or House of Oak new. And
phobia.
And also support Black Stars.
Baby chance House of Oak.
Phobia.
Aye, phobia.
And also support Black Stars.
Aye.
Do our hair.
In fact, what's saying Man United?
There be 100 year on 500 count.
And then meanwhile a
connection will me 500 count. But our branch or support to phobia. And also sign support to Black Stars.
me say ndra me ra ho
eno a me hwe no post we me say wo mu nwini uti ho mpa ba bi ntana
me say ndra me ra ho me she me Ghana shirt fe makohwe man you there ankoye na say na sembe kra na ebe
onim say Obama
pa number 345 Baobab Street.
Also more official pa.
Nice one. Oh, a fantastic guy.
Tie papa ozi say onim no a. Tell Salam that the official pa from Samson Kwame Nyameche and King Edward the Slave is like cotton chair. He won't bite you, but you feel it in your palm. Or say a friend Sampan.
General Michao, that's right. Yes. I saw the Ichiano there. I understand the Ichiano. I know it.
Yo. Anyway, now 18 out. Incumbent MPs, 18. Say Omunko Bim. I feel some men now in our China, Mokwa, hey, already die, Papa, Mamma Chianansa. The menina kasakra na am wan kasa biom kra metimi apon because who the you abodi ya prof
hey Afijapa
prof I think comment you fear so
na afi mahumbu mention ehum
chamente on campo no mahum famisa ya chere obenya na onya no
hey nana
yakopo oni babia obabia odi ma obi
eno no dia ma
obenya na odi ma no
nana
prof
Afijapa
I think comment
na ichia menua
Salam.
Oh, Salam. You're a good person.
Thank you.
Salam. Nyamishrao.
Thank you,
na,
Prof.
Memo Afijapa so.
Sa Prof.
Na kwa yasa anti wa.
Kwa yo chiro Prof.
Osha. Ena we. E kan say.
Bafo Kokrokoo teacher.
Bafo ba say me.
Kokrokoo
Bafo sa title no. Me yama. And yama will be Afijapa.
I think committee
I think akwa property na 15th of January 2024. Na me nim say nana eye electioneering ye die. You made the na the yesran se nyamban ahoden ne kwatenten na afi so no wasa to yesu bio ne pambra Ghana nkoso mbra Ghana aban nana ado dankwa ekufu ado ne mpanyimfo ehu nyina Afijapa na isrese 2024 eniema engu akwemu nepa mbra Ghana. Now we can always wish everyone well. Every say the baby can ejigua ye nyina ya ka ho. Enti eyi nso a kan nyina enti no amfa sa kwan so na menchia me ano me kuro mo hene. Kusi yaku the 8th awo enum na onkwaso me chia mo Afijapa. Afi me say akasa tietie bia le besa akasa bio. Enti nana onkrofo ni nyina so mechi o nyina wa o mate for
ai
enti na chese me ma no
no ya hwehwe sa
ene na me mo
me ho anu be baby time say yeah na papa we adam say adam say I'm so more we are thinking suicidality. Prof, good to see you as always.
Thank you.
Now, Salam.
What can I say?
Yeah, bisa say. Mo na mo 169. And mo amone ye enti. Mo ba 137 plus 1. Eno so. Sa 137 plus 1 you see emu 18 say omu nko biom afi nyame adom a some men da we na otwe so na mbakọ akọ select
ai
men da Allah men da be na otwe o de fie we ntu akramo betu hoso na asem no ehye no
pa
mo parliamentary candidate bia mo incumbent MPs ho asem wo ho and I face so and I'll treat mu women in law ever Ghana feeder for say I'm catch especially the two major political parties say among the munyanyi running mates munyi ma because a man no ehia e dey idea munyi ma e be kama running mate ho e na afei parliament in sensem I mean be be so defa
yo me da say nana okesi ye fansha here from MPP 18 MPs who are drawing down the curtain on their parliamentary careers. We share list now. Me who list of 18 we share kukudam. Almost your monkobium. For various reasons, I thought deeply about it. Me share any reasons. Almost say omunkobium. But of course, for some, the length of time Omatna Parliament or Omufi say emre aso say ombe makwan ama afufro so you know abim and continue with the process senia meka earlier no nipa de ebio yambe nyina enti etoda na woduru mpempenso bi a say won catch won ho se bebe meduru de alabraka mami fancy hana obi so embeto so sometimes the brief of new energy new life no a different set of results eba and I am sure say we share omododo na I believe that almost obia mehu on the list no obia opeson ko bioma easily would have won. We share constituency say okre maybe I done butcher wana. I mean, for the life of me, I don't see Damboche losing primaries. What you say? I don't see Damboche losing primaries in Okre. It is a Damboche say me Kobioma. Then it is a certain reason to say maybe Yemma Afufro be embrim or let's train new set of maybe young people to take up the mantle of leadership. I want to celebrate Ekukudam Winyina. Me pesa me bom nyina abaso Joe Wise Chimensa Bonsu, majority leader and minister for parliamentary affairs. Me near Ehamekakra any the level of experience of Mudiko at the same time. I compare when you be a me penasempa. Honorable Kennedy Ohina Japan. I like him. And in person minister no say Ejano Omenko from Kakra. He has a lot of admirers in the party and a lot of young people who look up to him. And the legacy he has built in the party, I don't think that anything should wash it away. And I want to Mesre say Yang Bebuninti Etoda Jano Oma Embra from Kakra. Joe Gatti, fantastic legislator by all standards. But of course, Omubino so airdrop for presidential ambition until they couldn't come back again. But I even want to believe that before they decided to even pursue presidential ambition, I said no, my dream that Akura said mean could be, and I think that we need to celebrate these people, these giants of the party. And I am one of the people doffing out my hat to them. But they have any experience at the same time. Honorable Adabo list and also Uncle 18 list and I think that now when him say NDC forces so bebre a number of them are cobium. Off my fingertips, I think I can mention Neil Ante van der Poel, Cletus Avocat. These are the two names that easily come to mind. If these experienced legislators are beginning to drop out, I think, say, we should begin conversations to ask why. Because Uko Senate and Congress will be 30-something years, 40 years, and the wealth of experience they add to the governance process, is one that enriches the democratic process of the nation. Even though it's good, say at a point, you say to myself, Mayebi, so let me put it down here. But when it goes beyond a certain level, I think that we should ask why. And all these people not showing interest again, I think it should prick us to ask why. Nanaya, the pressure on MPs and the political class ain't easy. The pressure on MPs. On MPs. Me say oko mrashe fiwa bebre are running on pressure pills. Because that no story demands the demands.
Na who kosa?
That's why I said that maybe we should have a holistic national conversation. Maybe they will not come and say it all. And that is the problem with the political class. We keep murmuring, but we are not speaking truth out that baby we need a whole conversation on what is going on. Prof, by the time that I saw it my channel, now go for a channel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but say baby chow. Prof, I just only need a into baby chow. No, they are coming to greet you because 20, 50 cities are already talking about Kokrokoo. So every day now, I keep saying how Ghanaian politicians, MPs, and so forth have managed to keep the balance of the system. Maybe it's one that we should be writing thesis on. Yes, we should be writing thesis on how politicians in this country survive. And that's why, Nanaya, look, anytime we are Ubehu former MP, you don't see them in a state that you are happy. What happens, in the course of service, when, the pressure comes to take everything away from you and leaves you virtually with nothing. But time be honest, so they're always fighting to go back there. They're always also the first to tell us there's nothing there. That there's nothing there, but they're always fighting to go back there. At this point, I was discussing it with some friends some few days ago, and I said that in the next few, years to come, a lot of people walk out of parliament and politics when they begin to find new avenues. Because why are they not channel? Finding an alternative becomes difficult. But once people begin to find alternative, a lot of people walk away. And that's why I think that we should have a realistic conversation on this thing. And that's why I have drawn in the NDC side. Say, the number of NDC side for almost at that point time almost primaries almost and this one our side so say 18 of them. Let's begin to ask what's going on. Say BR as I say they will begin to look for new ways of improving upon otherwise the competitive democracy we are practicing in Ghana is premised on parliamentary democracy.
Okay.
Yes, it's more parliamentary led. And if there's a certain dissolution of the parliamentary democracy, then there's a dissolution of the entire democracy that we are building.
Okay.
Because as for executive, at every point in time, there's always executive authority, whether it is monarchical, oligarchical, or whatever system of governance that it is, whether it is authoritarian, there's always a form of executive authority. And also, once there's executive authority, there's always a judicial system there, because even the executive those days even in Oko Ahimfie, there's some inherent judicial powers in Ahimfie that they can call you and ask you questions and adjudicate on issues. But the parliamentary side is completely different. It has the representation of the people in the process, and that's what makes it the democracy that we have currently. And I think that democracy now is much better than any form of governance, than military dictatorship or whatever governance form that we could have adopted. And I think, that is my thinking. Osho Obiti said Joe Wise, fantastic legislator by all standards. Fantastic, yes, by all standards. So for Obiti said Joe Wise to get up and say, maybe he's fatigued. Osho Bekwai, what he has been able to do there over the period. If it's not just say wabre, and he genuinely wished to see say a young person takes over, it is for any other reason. I think that we need a certain national conversation on this topic. Politicians here in Kayasem, but Prof, it's not joke.
Anyway, Mami has a prof. You bet me I can want some more.
It's not joke. I say you ferry, say beka ya some, and now you throw whatever it is. But the narrative here, you share behind the scenes. Then everybody's talking. We all know how this thing it looks now. Know it, but willingly we are not discussing. We are not talking about it. But we have to, for the sake and sanctity of what we have, that we do not corrupt it entirely and we do not destroy it entirely. I think that we should open up and have an honest national conversation on this thing.
Prof,
Nana,
what did you see any bin no? That's sorry, I say MPP incumbent MPs no 18. Almost munko biom. Na almost omo no almost ombeko no. E bizu besa lusu aka ho. E kwajo man pen na mnyam calculation bi hwa ade. Because 18 Prof. So we 137 minus 18 one. Ekokoka 119 for the MPP side. 119 ebibe lusu automatically. So far no na me checks been be 80 there ma hu so mo lusu dada. incumbent no.
Na we 18 you know.
119.
We know your strongholds.
Somehow because baby to say Swami a stronghold.
A stronghold.
Okre a stronghold.
Yeah.
Kennedy Japan ho why a stronghold.
Yeah.
Bekwai a stronghold. I have one no honor na nshadanye stronghold papa but no cry na bad sa. And Jogati a stronghold. Edman bi binti ayara.
Nana Mami fi me thought I say me person me kind of
Okay.
na ti me pa me fa and start discussion yi me am reflections me say woman ebi ese woman nkobi no I was reflecting on it and I'm throwing leadership is about trailblazing and paving new paths for others. It's not about the skill of holding onto power, but the goodwill of mentoring and preparing for the next generation. The leader must always not forget that whoever he wants to manage him tomorrow should be managed well today. You cannot mismanage people today and expect to be managed well tomorrow. When you step out of the way for others today, they will create the highway for you tomorrow. So far, Nkrofobino say Honorable Dambuchi, Che Mensa, Joe Wise, Atachia,
Joe
Gatti. And these are gurus. Gurus in parliamentary affairs. Ama Yosem ne Mrayo. In fact, me can say me have a PhD. Now I had to interview Honorable E.T. Mensah. May he so rest in peace.
Amen.
Now me beaucoup times, several appointments several times, but me could be yes why it is. Now that crowd here, the astute parliamentarian decided to help this young boy. The be urban in chain. I say if he be a share, go for on side of home. To me do hono, and crop for saline, and I wanna many as more okay. And then so be into pray and I say, please, Joseph Osafo, I say, come to be free. Children, neighbor. Many times I say, and I say, this is what we go through every day. And go for lining up. One age school fees, one ever casting in his cardiac surgery and health. And they just say, baby, and you're spending about 30 minutes give me a lecture on the pressures of parliamentary work. And so I made me interview. Very, very nice man. Very, very nice man. Now, questioner, and that one say, I say, TSA say, in the Brenkasu. Number 2, idea ma ubia say oh you know who say a time comes when whether you like it or not you expire, not in terms of body but over expire in terms of relevance. Relevance actually say one year what do you mean na one year edins or so ye adwuma no e bedu baby no na e say we want fresh energy. We want fresh fire. We want fresh thoughts. In fact, Nana, or human development crowd would do HBR, it becomes senile. Obu say, "Ori fear the anthem." Obu say, "You are losing your cognitive abilities." Na, adidi eka na we refi. Me master me debi ofi. Ah, Daddy, next thing is here. Miss you grad here, give it to me. No master me say. You are becoming an old man.
My papa's not no corner foom. Okutane second say, and or the second action motor.
And I say, yeah, of us can never.
Okay, somebody is engaged. Or consume a foam horse assigned by a few so just a
Hey, easy o enti wonko wani mu no na ne mesa na yenu anom mpanyimfo yi a will step out you know ebia 2 or 3 things may be happening now okay. I can say
okay
they are seeing themselves say the meaning you can be my baby no my nyina say the kind no leadership is also about passing on the baton say what the afofo now the ashamonsa now a town which adding down and in that regard that would be fantastic makase me the me hu no I am say Ghana needs some level of fresh energy in so many spheres of functioning as a nation. Every place you hear a dream for ahoden foforo nipa foforo a wind be a blow and all over the world ye pe say nya ye mrantie ne maya aba obetumi ay bibi foforo ye mom kwan and that could be one of the reasons say sitting down to reflect on a juma moye no a yes mema obi on so atwaso and that could be one. The second could be the mini kind. Say age no woman, you can't continue to put yourself under this kind of devastating pressure. And here is you. Say obi ebeji school fees. And now you be to so aba wompo sika die sikesu obi na kan sika no su fe now in this kind of economy they are not between afia you wouldn't be one more episode more con be by now say primary is not the no which is say usika na dey ko na me say na odi ahenka bon ko fu chimba say omo eto aba delegate omo prenipa
say now no say Asante Achim Central and allegation is MP no akoma brunya dey 300 and incumbent challenger no so go feel for so akoma 500 and yes
and the 300 to 500 it's about new betment ya
MP no adwa say ara me incumbent metua 300 na wo akutia 500 and utwa special prosecutor man no and ye kokochi challenger no
we are
MPC anya no kre minim ho hwe men asem ko anya sem na mo kanka mente kra
onte kra
oso nim ho hwe so manfo so chef from so obo a kan sa nwran
why you and you know if that could be a plausible reason not just say woman say asusu say David we am why because omeko party anana sika dey say ebi go fam o kasa chere delegates ni wia na maka say mpacho na ne kura ne dey dey wa kan nyina ya ti o na ne kura omo dey no so asem na chi dey na asmato just the work nyina dey and yeah
prof ese ba bi o kura do as oh prof enkasa kura de o ba en fama en ko na o dey ha dey
I just kasa kan ngasa
almost say Professor Joseph Wasafo oh suicide aspect prof jai en how na ye beto am wo voting the yen nyina ye beto
no kra na say
che say de o de ba en fama en ko na de how
me we say what contest selection ba
asam
ana wo pray wo say we contest
na so na mo atensem no
say adwuma me ne mo a
atensem no so that and I can tell you that can be one plausible reason. Say, and how long can you hold yourself together on the pressure for raising money to go and get voted? Think about it. Now these are noble men. When a crowd watching papa or pagan a year. Now, how long can you be? I'm say, share the honorable Damucha only more than how long?
Damucha so got 3 times.
No, me can't how long our parliament?
I'm saying 3 times.
4 or 5 times.
4. No, let me just I think check. This is the 4th year.
On chess,
but honorable chairman
on the 27
years. Yeah. And Mugabe is no.
On the Collins Dowda.
Yes. And you almost say no. Watch up. And you can imagine you will build experience over the years. No doubt. No. Experience not the obedo kra chenchina chen obotumisu And he said, no, a plausible reason we can run away from there. But then the third possibility, so they say, Mama Yama crying for fresh hands. Now, a honor, one ebe home I can say, oh, na via only papa for a bar, you be here, say, but if you look at MBB flag bearer, I'm a flag bearer, Baumia, relatively me or younger, and he say almost a pay and say, young for fresh and bra. Me no problem about that at all. Say, Ebia, these are strongholds, and Yema Quine, Nayamfa Mranti be Embra. No one so me contested. Now, na Papa no sunya fresh hands and find out. The idea is only an MPP, and this is so it's happening there. But the entire way, no, I maybe before the Dawson, the entire you want to think through carefully and say, hey, at the time, a basic bricky A2. And the sa seat ni na no yen fa ne say won e buy no rantie wo this years nigga so oh e dey ni mo no masa me yensan yen dane mu na sa 18 nyina ekwa nana o yo bi a o realist a o analysis e be a wa dwen kakra say sa city say o free ho no we have fresh hands na delegate ne so we no dey say fe ne be try no is it matriculacy bi o ha o kwa mo se wontua dia ko wontua ona bo wa na wo dey oni ma de no oni mfem utua ya ba ya obi sana wan siri ko so ma are ne be semu no ma ko tomo bi
e bi su ka tu ka the prof o de mon kwa na me mo mama
enti eban sana chis nana sa 18 city ne nyina eye ebetumi eluzu sa 18 city betumi ayira eno so ho o se net no ntina obi ya ntimi hu se na menu e nanka o nenke hana kakra so man kan ne sa
ba se dan ko
anko di sa so because say obi ni me nana people will want to stay with what is familiar with them for a time no krepa because adia wonim no yana what's the sign? Change is not easy. It's not easy. What's the sign? And you say breaking the 8. All these areas, parliamentarians say ni mamu nyina no. Or the vote ebeba. Obecome constituencies. No more kasa. Na city ahene wa Ashanti region.
47.
And that's why I tell some American. Ashanti region a stronghold for MPP. In fact, the last election.
47 emu 3 enyo mo dia.
But 47 na eso. What do you pull on voter on the who contributed to the overall voter MPP enyanon e analysis you had here. 47. The last election, Obama say NDC won in so many areas. MPP won in relatively lesser areas, but they won because the voter a free Ashanti region man is over 1 million. It's a huge vote, and it's a sound stronghold. See, man, this nasu, woman step out to na afoforo abe for ebefei. So one year you made now one ebe to abanama zo na say we no dey fe no mo ba oh we no mo dey no mo dane mu sekim nana yenti asempa for MB4 and obi a all yes analysis hu ari ya na ye mention kakra say na say we dey anka mo yentwa nsu no mo yentwa sa 80 year o dey yentwa nsu na o mi sin nsu na jana mi twa wi a na e mba ba ya na kise no anno na me would have now step out of part and they to me aha a bit margin. But if you look at the first 2 points I'm here and there, I think say men I look at it from that perspective. Fresh hands, fresh ideas, fresh energy, fresh enthusiasm. Now, 1 year a bit take it over from them, no, or more Jumaden. They should go to them and learn the experience of what the Jumano. Akuma pa or the Jumano. Ajune pa or the Jumano. Now, woman so ehunu said your money delegate na constituency one to aban wo hono beti this year relate and say bia honorable chairman sir a kwan of fast year in Juma, a man for Tomanam or Atra Parliament for 27 years. No? You need to go and find out skill, ben, experience, ben, or acquire, naji, nafaye Juma. I can tell you, say, NDC for will exploit the opportunity, and it's a great opportunity. I'm telling you. Say, Obine, honorable chairman, acquire for years. No, nya, Nana, it's a good time to change the song. Now, Faka say, Okaja will say, this is my time. And he, Montra means 27 years, why are there? Many to be a man, me lose a fade, me say, me, Montra me. And he, 1 year, ebe fa, batoni, and I had a mom from this 47 place, Ashanti region, a Jumadimpa. Any other Tomaso. Now, I said, yeah, will be a champion. Now, I step it into their shoes. What do you think will happen? Adding. Will be a champion. Now, step into the shoes. You need to have a different perspective.
The least expectation is remain the championship slot.
No.
The least, no.
And see, maybe my main son man come as a
okay.
Now, one step into our shoes. One kind who say, easy. Me say, my reflection. Leadership is about trailblazing and paving new paths for others. It's not about a skill of holding on to power, but the goodwill of mentoring and preparing for the next generation. The leader must always not forget that whoever he wants to manage him tomorrow should be managed well today. And the honorable chairman Sanomane one guy step out no. And boy and crofona take over. And can say me na me win na oba be fairly. O yam from so. And the omunso monsa. No mumbo mo say na me ye no, say na me walk them through your paths of success. And I'm about to say, you cannot mismanage people today and expect to be managed well tomorrow. And you know, say what's the pay out? Where my foot to my penny for you.
But Prof, as I want to be saying, what if the person is stepping out because of maybe a say ni pakronoa or best step into the shoes no?
Then you have a problem.
Because when the American son say, if you know me who's our list way, and they might be brave and I'm in here. Because, like Salam said, Obiti said, Dambuchi. He's not under any pressure. Obiti said, Dambuchi, because the uncle Bioma. So you Obi, when the politics, you should be worried. Nti me hwehwem kakra obi te say Francis Cotting
2
term.
Yeah, Francis. I was just about to come to that.
Our parliament knows I think 21 or 23 years.
21.
Very young.
21 years.
Yes. 21.
Nti me take keen interest was sir places be doing.
Yes.
Ade me hu yen say for the case of Francisca. On say the constituency in
Esumpa Kwabri East. Esumpa.
Na president Koka say Samuntu Maya Munyae, and so be in some fancy because that conscience in a place that Oma Quine Nekra.
Right.
But
Oma Quine Yeno. So my him for cry ye press conferences I can say Quabri for ma MPP votes pa and so neglect and I check neglect to much pa and Lady eBay or campaigning on a quine say Yabaya Aqua Mamo 8 years down the line. They're trying to DM pane moral grounds are Francisca Ebe Jinaso can say, May Sanko Pese Kunyan, that's number one. Obi said Dambuchi, local government minister. That's a man, Obian said, but decentralization or you're camping. Then Dambuchi becomes your local government minister. Or no, a local government minister only access to this common fund. Emma Wokaya and Che Kwabe Busmi Miansana Ika or ne administrator of the district common fund na Toshi Ebabe years and some media money are there and this man say no automatically I'll be peeved and no ewo and no dahwa yanka once anyway. And then other MPs also feel say Ebia in fear or trainer buying it kunyamono or no onya position bia sebiu edi bibi breno and when you bia kofi Obi share o mampani motuom we didn't fear ngotwe techo why fine techo then wealth na nipa na amase for that period no fear ngotwe ne ma wabo no afri mampani yem ho na ohye no o sign the betumi enti no DNT necessary kakra me wono me san ha me ho say me san kwa say
Nana so sa analysis here what they be another perspective as our perspective no ebeka say high kwa ho won say me ye obedi kwa ho there could be very good reasons and no some individuals may not share in public. It may be a private decision based on their personal analysis. They decide it may be echo, and so we have political parties cycle over the period. Time be after 8 years, no, we say there are fallouts. And Crawford, Ekasa, na say, and the menya say, and the menya say, and naturally, because I should be a and so wait the baby now so people may want to step out. There may be very critical reasons and the private reasons be forward. But look at this young lady analysis how grounds burner or they call the constituency say or they call Akachama say oh Monsan Tuaba Mame. And perhaps on a very simple grounds of integrity on person of two na all from some on to so there could be very varied reasons for that. But for me, the point is that say depend on a personal issue. And now on you be any asem. And now obi e ma sisike bi na de betunu internet so no kwakutua sika eriama delegates. Na ya ton so aba it's going to be just a loss. Oh nyesika no because obi anyesika e so pa arbitunu. Why do I want to go again? But it's a whole anka representation el baby ono ebe boa abino and ebe boa party no am at the next election no ebi obenyanko for more so step out and say when you go to that tangent oben say one I heard in that light no will not be happy because it's coming at a time America say look at it even from the perspective of strongholds. So a stronghold for the party. It's not. It doesn't look good. But otherwise, given their experience, especially among my channel, can you console? Mache, maybe. Our friends, I met was. Now, we not say any monocracy and a higher. Can we get a jumpa? Say, oh, maybe I also bra. Na mini asana min so nsam. Na men kire osade ye. Yeah, na ABC they also to aso. Asa. But some you are a and you know for now no I want to look at it from that light say okay. Oh now more bribisha as here and yeah and before mom jiji somebody that's our constituency I hold we in strong say wa Ashanti region yi one ya eba no enya obi nso monsan kase bra menchiro kwan fa so a you win this election na me found 90 modia and na che say one a pass on sabatoni e bia na ya komapam na won so a wo kono se wadwane se wa chente bi kutunu a ye tunu nko a u tunu the vote e dia ba abeka party ni fortune so to the tunu but that is only one level. The second level they say ye be ko general elections in December no ubetumi e the vote na or the buy no e dia ba asam sebe
now, Mamifa Kakrabi and so. In fact, Francisca Diano intriguing Kakra.
Okay.
I am aware, and it's a fact. So, Kwabri roads are being done as we speak. There are contractors on the roads, and I'm sure, say, Ubet now verify it. So, I was a bit intrigued, say, Francisca say, on Kobio. Because Ukrainian, she complained about Kwabri roads. She did. And one of the priority areas, and I had heard the president mention this a number of times, Kwabri roads. And time and year kumewu by elections, there were already plans, to move. In fact, contractor now, I'm trying to Joe BB. I'm trying to
Joe Shop.
Joe Shop,
Kofi Job.
Kofi Job. You know,
say not there, then the more reason Francisca will opt out.
You know, was I think around the place, Efijasi constituency, and you a free Horn side all the way into Kwabri East, then to the Kumewu areas. Anything I may say, and Prof, any me it needs a conversation, maybe beyond, and no, there are other factors we may not easily be aware. And with MPP for yenye careful kakra. Yenye careful kakra. So we share the experienced legislators are here wanna let's be a bit cautious with how we handle the rest. Afenyo Markin and Co. Dominic Nitiwil, Eslo Owusu, the rest of the few experienced ones are Omakano. The next MPP frontline bench, I bet you saying, because for a long time, for in the next parliament, we are not going to see Mensa Bonsu leading the park again. You understand? And post Chairman Sabunsu, no, I mean, you cannot help but admire the current front bench of the NPP. You cannot help but to admire. Chairman sorry, Jinana, you know, nim dear in parliamentary procedure. Obey say way or institution. The same as Afenyo Marking. So today, if you go and take Afenyo Marking out, not Chairman Sabunsu in New Hall, and other experienced people are not there.
I'm not done pray.
Sure.
Sayra Mal Hassan. Some leadership, no. Anambwa. No, I'm asking your current leadership in Parliament. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Chairman Sabunsu, deputized by Afenyo.
Afenyo, yes.
And Anodon Pray your grip.
Deputized by Sayra Mal Hassan and Habib Idrisu.
Okay.
Habib, the why like he said, I think he's going unopposed. But the rest, I don't play like this or contest. Sayram, you know, my leader also a contest. And look, sometimes near TT, Prof. Wo parliament, wo kon Emma party no, any aban no. Na ebi edisika esiwechi show rough our constituency. Na mo MP no, then no yemamo. Mo friend of on wamo. Na osewu wow constituency mo. So the concentration you need to have in parliament, you know, you lose it because you have to run and go and firefight. There's no protection mechanism for MPs. Minim senior House of Commons, the House of Lords, UK for, you know, the Conservative and the Labour for omutimiye protecting omonkrofei, you know. But I don't think it goes through this rough and tumble. Yehunibi and the Republicans and the Democrats in America. Look, I'm all out for progressive thinking, progressive movement. I'm all out for especially youthful inclusion. Me say, a branch of Banko Wako Parliament, me use the level of performance as a first-time MP, as a first-time minister, is on top of the roof. Abu Jinapo.
Yeah.
Abu Jinapo. If the young man is speaking, the confidence, or the Casanokra, you will not help but admire him. I thought there why I check. But he's just a first timer and first time minister. But you cannot count the best performing ministers under Nana Danko Kufuor government without mentioning Abu Jinapo's name. It will not be possible. So I'm all out for it. That's why when they are doing well like that, we should find a way of raising them. Because we are coming to face the same array of NDC4 front bench, you know, Haruna Idrisu.
Very experienced guys.
I don't know, I say so on front bench.
What's that?
Says yeah, I have to force him.
And
then Banda MP Ahmed Ibrahim.
And as you know, as we go into elections, they fall, they lose. You know, even though I believe that 2024 is going to come with a lot of surprises. Some of the seats that I see trading will be a bit shocking. Year elections now, but I think collectively, you know, the political system should begin some deep introspections as to how we run this political system. Say, pay checks and pegs to see how we plug loopholes are. The whole thing, you know, the value of it will be very little, and at the end of the day, no one will benefit from it. And that's why I think, say, Kokrokoo Damwe, their service to the NPP. And co. There's nothing we can do than to, doff our hats and stand out with our chest for them and say adios.
The other band the fat one.
I delegate.
Oh, Salah, what a dear for net you do the other band.
And I heard you.
That person me found really, but those are horn true. But I think the conversation should be had. Nyama politicians, FM no, it should begin to come out. It should. Me say, Prof, oh sorry, who be your phone messages no. No. Mami fancy her.
Mate, sure. Prof.
Yes, sir.
Ne crack.
The crack on say. Many just say established authorities, systems, experiences, if you like, institutions. I mean, Chairman says he's virtually an institution, very experienced parliamentarian and very composed parliamentarian. And Najimudopa Sahapano, and they virtually have become an institution, but. So person tu anam foforo de ehia me ane se anambo na otu no nye bribi ana ninje ho na ipia ne se ontu sa anambo no enti ye he se omabo adwuma pa ade ma party no na ye he in the larger context se ede na ipia mo ade bita obi na eyo mosa obi ta omani ana, because to be honest with you, I will not be expecting this at the time on some break the 8. Not at all. But I'm also elated. Say, Omutu and Amoa, a tramp for nature and Maranti na eba say, we are not there forever. Ye me say, Monso, this Salim say, Mombra, Muntu and Amona Mombra, come and join us. Na ye raising leadership for Ghana. And American say Bribisha say anymore. And the partner or Momiji or Mom say it is not easy to win the third time. And no dear at the home. Now I can't say every year always set a challenging target for yourself. You must embrace new way of doing things, because you'll be anywhere or be achieving greater things on the altar of mediocrity. And you know, say breaking the 8 no say empese ebe just a lip service or a lip confession. Say be no one say ye can break it na mum no ye be deploy actions ebe ma ye woni dia. And na the SC no ye be in greater light say ye fa fresh hands ambra na ye man panyifo ye embo mo. Na how beautiful will it be say obi eso unsa na ekwan what trade no or chiro say this is how to trade it. Just think about it. Say also unsa say me fa sa kwan yeso enti won so me pese ofa so ofa ha hwe ha tokro ha ebun ha nsoy ha abo ha enti wo two steps a woru ha hwe say untia ha Now he say ubitia beautiful. But yanyanisa na ebe say okay, someone paying number say kwa mwanyima de yakura inkubu. So if we cast this current IDC in light of protestation, not just a more party no, but say casting it in light of just mentorship, coaching, baton handing over. Say a breaso into mama, yeah, handing over ma fresh answer. Then my mom and some mama say adepa. Na mama no one air banner. One take care from them should not underrate them. And some woman mutia say maybe discourage. 2 levels on what is discourage now? But can you really rake in the needed vote? I want to hear me. And you know, me, I've always loved new hands. Maybe I love new energies. Me, yes, for Ukraine, I could sing a new song. Singing Muntu Nyumfro. And a new song, new energy. And boy, I'm ranting so who say there's a hope for them. No, you cannot invite people who are protesting. Say, or mumba jenna, yanko say, protestation akoma attach ni yedia. O invite them across a hadiano. And they say, Oma jemu diama, ewa akoma pemudia, and ye omonfa mo energy, oma hode and techi. But the crack say, me saluto mo pa for being stalwarts and statesmen, great guys. My idea. Now, one answer, you say, breaking the eat and study on one can. Mean you are enthused. The energy, but so age my day. I like his energy. Mama, you say no, one vision, emblem. To wish them well. Now, also take you, but also we wish them well.
Prof, any salama no pay as you see the Masia sign Emma Fisher.
Rather meeting the Yentin Tim Kaka.
Every time not so. I mean,
rather meeting some
minimum say they are mobile cramby after primaries. We are
it's at the behest of the flag bearer.
And I'm moving some way primaries.
And the flag bearer answer or say, or ready, you bet you.
Or no answer.
Na Center for Aging Studies. I have you. I want to say, oh,
Debbie. I feel me matepa machimokra.
No. Only say,
I know Pena may jam one or honeybe.
And I will say, January, we go ending here by February when I need Tom Forms.
Numbers are from Gravo.
Yeah, Tom Forms in day. Your course now, my guy just say, the best counseling program.
Anopena mecha abrewa Dr. Mabel Otibuedi. Abrewa Professor Annabella. Institute. Enafi Akokra Johnny Ando.
Oh, and therefore, my crowd say I feel Money Center for Aging Studies. A bit in South One. Forms a best sell it very soon. Now one of these SLA I'm about Nana maybe 10 seconds I make one some of her. Now into crowd won't get more details in now ready. You won't get such a training from anywhere. Wonya wipa ubenya licensed professional counseling. PIN your license every Ghana Psychology Council. Not just say or the acquaintance alarm say oba.
I'm prof.
So I'll catch me. Salam oba. Center for Aging Studies.
No.
Salam.
1 minute. We like a crazy. In fact, universities across the country, abuse school, continue students, any freshers, or more students in campus. So I'm welcoming all students, continuing and freshers, across the country, in the region, Bia, Chita Fono, my youth wing is on the campuses registering first timers, freshers on campus. We are welcoming them to join the youth wing of the New Patriotic Party. Oko campus are TESCOM 4 my TESCOM coordinators, my deputies or more around yeah campus invasion we call Lagos say them painting any students yeah wow 2 Cape Coast here across the country the north everywhere we are yeah catch the baby no say sometimes let's stand for the right cause and let's build our nation.
Salam be that.
Salam. Minimum pa salamu ye minu ya mi jawa minimum ya obi duro. Prof, ya mo afisha preview.
Obeka te bi advert to. We advert.
Salam me da se no pay.
Me da se.
Prof so ye do asem akwa papa busan for friend na ya okese. Which my friend the card na me tell my chairman general Kwame Safakan. Mama mbie. Okay, mama mbie kakra na me ko. Penifo ahihye dwumade a medi hu chiame anopɛ Dr. Father Dixon Kennedy Asante Osel sofo akudwa Asante Stephen Balfour Peter Square Isaac Opoko Pretty Joyce Nana Yakonedu no hene Nana Kwame Amo Kofi Kumbel sende mo tra kopim se premo beto nenzo sende efri na otwetwa mu yaka akere mo no Afcon nti ene anwumre no nsia kase bon ye de bebremo awia no nan anwumre no nsia kase bo a ye de bremo daada opis FM ha sei no esi a until say ye bebo group matches no awie no ye de bebremo awia no nan 4 p.m. pepepe monsha nson ema ye you living in the world mama the radio sum ye jamu yina makra I really gonna love you and some I really gonna hate you.